Here it is, 2025. And when was the last time y'all seen me? I know. Don't beat me up, not all at once. But listen, life has definitely been lifing for me. But I want to give a shout out to all the little subscribers I do have. Not even little. It's the big ones. My big subscribers. And I was so shocked to even have those many. So what I want to do is just like continue growing. And my goal is not even a large number like that. I at least want to reach 50 subscribers. So that means call your friends, call your moms, call your dads, send them my video. Just let them know like I'm back vibing with Cookie and it's about to go strong. Like we're going real strong. It's 2025 and it's time for new things to happen. You feel me? So listen, I'm not going to even go off on the last video. So if you saw the first video, y'all understand about the Bell palsy that I get and all the stress that I've been having for me to even get that. So now we're going to deep dive into Lord. We're going to dive deep into the beginning of things. Because I feel like in life, this is where things kind of took a turn when I had to get suspended from all public schools. Once I did that, I started venturing off into a whole nother lifestyle, meeting people from all walks of life. Like, it was beyond crazy. So we're going to take it to the last high school I finally went to, because your girl was a fighter. And it really wasn't my fault. And I swear, it was not my fault. I used to get picked on. And the thing is, people used to think I was quiet. And no, I was very I used to observe a lot. So I'm only quiet because I'm paying attention to everything. But once you start doing things, then that's when you're going to start seeing who I am. And basically, this is what happened. So at this time, this is going into my third high school I finally had to go to because of the last 3 that I've been fighting at. And I would say most of those fights always was over some dude. And it was not for me. It was the other girls. But whatever. We'll get to it one day. But today we're going to talk about... We're going to call this story Baby Huey. That's what this story time going to be called. Because, yeah, let's get into it. So at this time, I ended up having to go to a whole new school. And it was on Detroit's east side. At the time, I don't even know if it's still called Denby High School, but it was Denby High School that I had ended up having to go to. At this time, I just left from, I was coming from Central, and that was the west side. And before that, I was at Osborne. So this is like the 3rd high school, and it's Denby. I had to be enrolled into Denby School. Again, it's my 3rd high school attendant. And I know how it goes, the new kid on the block. I have to meet new people, allow people to get to know me, the whole 9 and whatnot. So I'm kind of over the whole meeting situation. So I was real quiet now. So when I stepped into the whole new school thing, I was quiet. Really wasn't talking to nobody, just minding my own business. We're going to fast forward it like a couple of days in. I want to say about a week. So, by me not knowing where these classrooms are at, by me not knowing anybody in the school, I didn't know who to talk to. And it was a class that I could not find for nothing. I couldn't find a class and I couldn't find a teacher. So while I'm sitting in the lunchroom, like I said, I observe a lot. I'm paying attention to different groups talking. I'm seeing different girls laughing and whatnot. So I see a big old group of girls, and it was this really large female, and one of the girls had yelled out to her, Baby Huey. So I heard her say, "Hey, Baby Huey, are you going?" They asked a question about what she was doing later on or whatnot. They exchanged their conversation, and that was that. So while I'm standing there paying attention to them, I see another group of girls over here that seem pretty cool. We're going to get this girl named Tania. So Tania turns around and she sees me, and she's like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, "Hey." She's like, "I ain't seen you around." I said, "No, I'm new." But I was standing here trying to see if I could get somebody's attention because I'm not sure where this classroom is at. She was like, "Oh, yeah, I can show you where it's at, but after we leave the lunchroom, give me a couple of minutes. I'm going to go to my locker, and then I'll meet you back over in the hall A." I'm like, "Okay, cool. I got you." So I headed towards hall A to wait on Tania. I ended up seeing Baby Huey in the process. So the way she was acting, like, I don't judge people and I don't go off I don't go off of looks. Like, I want to hang with somebody because they look this way or look a certain way. I'm not like that. If I feel like you're a cool person and you're fun or funny, I want to be around you because that's what type of character I have. So when I seen her, I was about to walk up to her, but someone kind of cut me off and they went in front of me and they was talking to her. So I waited till they got done, and I was like, when they got done, she walked away. So I addressed her. So I'm like, Baby Huey. And she didn't turn around and look at me. So I said it again. I'm like, Baby Huey. I was like, hey, how you doing? My name is, and before I can get, hey, my name is, she looked at me and was like, who the fuck is you talking to? And it kind of threw me off, like, what you mean? I was like, I was talking to you. I was about to ask you a question. What's wrong? What happened? She was like, yeah, you couldn't be talking to me. And I was like, well, ain't your name Baby Huey? And she like, no, that's not my fucking name. So I was like, I was puzzled for a minute. But while we having this conversation, I see another group of people over here laughing and giggling. So I'm still not catching on, like, what's going on or nothing like that. So I'm like I'm lost, for real lost. So while I'm just standing there, as Baby Huey walk away, she was like, yeah, these bitches tripping around here. So I'm still lost, and I'm just looking so dumbfounded. I look at Tania like, what was that about? I'm like, you know her? She said, yeah, girl. We're going to give her a name of Baby Huey's real name. We're going to say her name is Keisha. She was like, yeah, girl, that's Keisha. I was like, well, what's wrong with her? I called her, because I seen her in the lunchroom. She seemed pretty cool or whatever. And she caught a whole attitude and snapped real quick. She was like, girl, you called her Baby Huey. I said, I know, because that's what I heard the other girl call her, and I figured that's her nickname. She's like, girl, do you know who Baby Huey is? I'm like, no. Wait, no, that's not her nickname? She like, no. Oh my God, you're funny. Either you're being funny or you are funny. I'm like, no, I don't know who that is, and I thought that was her nickname. She like, girl, that is not that girl nickname. That is something these kids be calling her. Like, they're not friends. Them girls that was talking to her, they beefing. And to me, on the outside looking in, they all look like they was friends because they were laughing. The girls was laughing, calling her, and the conversation they exchanged didn't seem bad. So in my head, I just thought they was all. I said, oh no. So what is a Baby Huey? That name is it a bad name? She like, girl, it's a whole cartoon. It's like a duck. Like a really big, tall, goofy looking duck. You just called her Baby. That is hilarious. So now she doing the most over here. And I really don't know Tania to be like, bitch, chill. Because why is you doing this, drawing attention? She like, she really thought that was that girl name. She called her Baby Huey. Oh, you funny. Like, she is doing the most, y'all. Like, so now I'm just looking kind of like stupid because I kind of embarrassed myself too by really walking up to this girl, calling her a name from her ops, giving to, like, why would I do that? But me, I was not thinking like that. So yeah, here I go. I put myself in a whole nother situation. I didn't even last in that school for a good 3 weeks. So yeah, as time go on, for me just saying that, it made those couple of weeks there a living hell. When I said that girl was putting me through hell, that's I called this girl Baby Huey. And she had a couple of minions, and I was new, and I didn't have no friends except Tania that was like a flip-flopper sometimes. It was terrible for me. Like, I hated it. I hated going, but I knew this was my last time being in the school, and I couldn't get suspended no more. So it was just like, all right, somehow, some way, I'm just going to have to get this over with and just somehow apologize to this girl. Maybe, I don't know, but it really wasn't to be funny. I just figured, like, or I thought about, like, I could just befriend her ops, but I ain't gonna. So I was just like, forget it. I just gotta figure out kind of what to do, because yeah, this girl is torturing me every day. So while I'm in school, it's just like, back then you will go to school half a day, and then the other half you'll either go like to ROTC. This phone like it's crooked or something. You would either go like to some type of trade, ROTC, or a cooking class, Go Lightly. It was something like that. So while I had part a Part B schedule where my schooling was first and then I go to my trade last, the second half of the school day. So unfortunately, I had the same schedule as Keisha. So I'm just like, and her minions. And Lord forbid, I came in the middle of a semester. So even though I was new, the only thing they had left was ROTC. And yeah, go figure. Keisha's there with her minions. So now I'm in ROTC with Keisha and her minions. Tania's not with me. She's with a whole nother, she's in Part A where her go lightly or half her courses in the daytime and she go into school in the evening or whatever. We just had lunch together and then the first part of the day together or whatever. So now I'm like basically really on my own and it was, God. So while I'm riding on the bus to go to school, it's like they are throwing things at me like paper or saying little slick stuff. Y'all, my mom used to do the worst to me back then. Oh my God. How old was I? I had to be no more than like 14, 15. My mother had gave me some latch hooks with some hair that was already braided. And it was terrible, y'all. God, it was terrible. So they just going in about my hair, looked like a mob. Like they is just going in on me. And I'm not saying nothing. Like I don't want these problems. So they just bullying me the whole ride there. We get into class. We're sitting in there. We're waiting for the ROTC to start. In the classroom, this man that's the ROTC teacher, he chose this time to want to introduce me to the whole classroom. I'm like, no, I'm good. I already know these people. Like, I'm okay. He like, no, stand up. Give your name. Like, I don't want to, sir. Like, these people hate me. Why are you making me do this? So at this point, I have to stand up, give my name. And I give my name like, hi, my name is Shawntres. I'm from a different school. I just moved over here. And they like, boo, boo, in the middle of me talking. And I'm like, it's just like, seriously? So I look at the teacher. He's like, it's okay. Just go ahead. You want me to continue talking, sir? And they are making noises and booing me on the stage. I refuse. I was like, I don't want to. I said enough. It's okay. Like, I'm good. He's like, all right, well, go ahead and have a seat. Pick a seat, any chairs you would like to go. So me, I'm trying to choose a chair, like, off to the side where nobody is, about to sit at. So I'm going towards, the way the chairs are set up, it was like long tables and then 3 seats at it. Long table, 3 seats. So I'm walking down the aisle to go to one of the long tables. I get ready to go sit in the back. While I'm headed to there, it was one of her minions runs back there and sit down like, oh no, the only chair is over there. Haha, you got to go on that side. You got to go on that side. Like being petty as hell. And this teacher is just allowing it. So I'm like, whatever. I goes over there and sit there. Now I'm sitting directly in front of Keisha. Yeah, I'm sure they didn't plan that out. So I'm sitting there and I feel like people like constantly touching little braids in my head and stuff like that. And it's like I didn't want to be a snitch, being that this is only my week and a half here, and it really started because I called this girl Baby Huey. So I didn't want to say too much, and I just wanted to get this girl by herself to talk to her. But it was just like impossible to do because it was always her and her minions, or her shutting it down real quick to get around her minions. It was never an opportunity for me to talk to her. So let's say I made it through that day. We get back to the school after ROTC, and I see Tania, and I say, I talked to her, tell her what happened. She was like, I don't know. I'm sorry that's happening to you. I'm sorry you're experiencing that. Maybe you could just go and try to have a talk with her while she's over there now. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go over there and just talk to her and tell her I didn't know. And I'm sorry. Like, I really wasn't trying to have a problem. I don't know nobody here to be doing nothing like that. She was like, yeah, you should just go talk to her. She'll listen to you. I'm like, okay. So I'm also waiting on my parents to come pick me up from school or whatever. So while I'm standing outside, all I hear is, oh, hell no. Who the fuck still wear latch hooks? That shit look dumb as fuck. Ha, 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 ha. Boo! Like, They is talking mad shit about me. And Tania, I'm looking at Tania, and Tania looks at me. I'm like, I really don't want to say nothing. Like, she's like, well, at one point, you just gonna have to end it because it's not right for them to keep doing this every day. And I get it, you shouldn't have walked up to Keisha like that, but you didn't know, so just, you know what I'm saying, just ignore this, and then tomorrow, first thing in the morning, just try to talk to Keisha. And I was like, yeah, because this is getting ridiculous. Like, y'all bullying me every day because of a mistake. Like, why are we doing this? Why is it just this bad? Like, so I'm standing there, and they just going in about my hair, going in about my clothes, and just talking. And it's so funny how we was in uniforms. We all got the same stuff on, but I guess mine just looked at that bad. I don't know. So my dad finally pulls up. So when my dad pulls up, I'm like rushing to the car, like, all right, let's go. He's like, what's wrong with you? And while I'm getting in the car, now the people that was yelling out at me was on the opposite side of the school across the street. The school was located on a main street, and it was off of Kelly. So on the other side of Kelly, they were standing at a light at a corner or something like that. My dad pulled up on the opposite side, right in front of the school. So they're on the other side. While I'm getting in the car, they are crossing the street and coming towards the school. Now, my dad, I guess, put two and two together. They're laughing and talking and pointing and looking at me. He was like, who is that? I'm like, I don't know. We could just go. He's like, no, who is that? I said, we could just go. They just, I don't know. They keep picking with me because I just made a mistake and called a girl a different name. So they just won't leave me alone. He was like, oh, no, we're not going to do that. Who is the bigger one? The biggest one? He was like, oh, Sean, you sure do know how to pick who? Oh, man, just come on, get out. I said, no, Dad, like, let's leave it alone, please. Please, she's going to hurt you. Like, she's going to talk about you, too. Let's just leave it alone. Let's just go home. He like, no, we're gonna work this out because you know you can't go to another school. Like, this your last chance. So I'm like, well, whatever. Like, at this point, I'm defeated. I just don't care no more. Like, whatever. Do what you're gonna do. You're gonna do it anyways. We get out the car. Oh, Lord. So my dad's attempting to talk to this big ass girl. This girl, he attempting to talk to this girl. He calls me out the car, so I'm like, why? This is so embarrassing. Like, don't you know how you open the door and just sit out sideways? I'm sitting in the car, but the door is open. He like, Sean, come here. Like, don't do that. Come here. So I'm like, oh my God, like, can we not? Like, it's Dad, like, it's okay. He was like, excuse me. Can I talk to you for a minute? Y'all, like I said, this girl was about 6'4". I want to say a good 450. A good, at least 450. So, yeah, like, she's about damn near taller than my dad. My dad is only 5'10", 5'11". This girl is way taller than my dad. So I get out, and I'm 5'3". So, yeah, 5'3 and a half, maybe just hitting about 5'4". I get out the car. I'm standing next to my dad. My dad is looking up to the girl like, excuse me, can I talk to y'all for a minute? This is my daughter, Shawntres. Yo, one of the kids in the group wasn't Keisha, but one of the kids was like, I don't give a fuck about her name. I was like, oh no. Let's just go. This is embarrassing. Dad, they don't like me. Let's go, please. So my dad like, what? You don't give a fuck about her name? Look, kid, I wasn't even talking to you. So they start going in on my dad, like, get your old ass. Nobody give a fuck. She gotta have her daddy solve her problems. Hell no, that's weak as fuck. Like, girl, where the fuck you come from? Like, I mean, just giving it to me. At this point, they should have been like, boo, tomatoes. Because, yeah, they were just, it was embarrassing. And by all this yelling, and we're standing out there, people start watching us and looking like... This shit was fucking embarrassing. So I'm just like, fuck it, Dad. Let's just go. Like, he's like, Sean, just get in the car. Just get in the car. So I get in the car. I get in the back seat. Now my dad is like, he like, who is that girl? What is the problem? Why is she talking to you like that? And why is you even allowing her to talk to you like that? You finally get to a school where you actually should be fighting back. Now you don't want to fight. And I'm like, first of all, this girl big as fuck. That's first. second of all, it was always me defending myself. So I'm not going to just haul off and just hit this girl when I've never really just up and hit somebody. For this girl is bullying me because I called her a wrong name. So I explained to him like, Dad, she don't like me because I called her Baby Huey. He like, what? Wait a minute, you shitting me, right? I said, yeah. He's like, did you know that was a rude, disrespectful name? I said, no, I didn't know. He said, Sean, you don't know about the car. Y'all sit and watch TV all goddamn day. You don't know Baby Huey. You telling me you ain't know what you was saying to this girl? No, Dad, I didn't. I did not know what I was saying to this girl. And I am sorry. I am like extremely sorry. I wish none of this ever happened. So he like, yeah, so you know that's the duck that walk around with the blue crop shirt and the and a diaper, the real big one. So I'm like, yeah, I know now, cause the girl told me, the girl named Tania. He's like, well, the girl named Tania, she not gonna help you fight the girl or something. You know, the bigger they is, the harder they fall, Sean. You can't be scared. I said, Dad, it's not that I'm just. Okay, yeah, I was scared. I'm not gonna. I was scared as hell because one, the baby Huey was big and she had minions and they just looked so tough and this area looks rough and everybody looked scary. So it's just like, yeah, I was scared, but it was just like, and I'm here by myself, no friends, no nothing. So he was like, I tell you what, next time we come back up here and I see something like that, you're not going to be walking away. You're going to handle it right then and there. And I'm going to bring your brother the next time we come pick you up. So I said, Dad, just let it go. It's fine. Like, I don't care no more. Like, I'm just going to stay out the way, you know? So now I got all night to think about this, y'all. Like, all night. I'm just thinking about now my dad want me to stand up for myself. My brother's going to come to the school. They talked about my dad. They were talking about me. Tomorrow's going to be terrible. Like, everybody's going to just know it was me that this girl was roasting. And her dad, too. Like, oh, my God. Fuck it. Like, I'm skipping school tomorrow. I'm running away. Like, I don't want to do this. So, yeah, no. I actually faced my fears and whatever. I went to school anyways. So yeah, so now today, I go to school. I think I'm in a clear. I don't see this girl. I done went to breakfast. Everything was nice. I see Tania, me and Tania talk. I went to my classes. Like, everything is amazing. This is going to my second week. Actually, like, going to my second, almost third. So, I went to, so it was like the week and a Wednesday or Thursday. The week first and then Wednesday and Thursday of that next week. So I'm like, you know, having a good time. Then boom, time to go to the other part for my trade, the ROTC program. So it's time for me to go to bus. I'm going to the bus. I'm waiting in line to get on the bus or whatever. I see one of Keisha minions, and it was a guy too. We're just gonna keep it at Keisha minions. So I see one of the minions or whatnot getting on the bus, and I don't pay no mind to her. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. I don't see Keisha, so clearly, you know, she ain't gonna mess with me or whatever. So I get on the bus. Now, this girl didn't see me the whole time. Ain't said nothing to me, and didn't even look with an attitude. She was just, you know, looked over at me, and then just turned her head and had her head back down on her books or whatnot. So it's all of a sudden, when I say the whole atmosphere changed, when Baby Huey came to that door to get on the bus, it's just like chaos broke out. They're like, yeah, we thought you were coming, girl. Yay. So I'm like, God, almost like, where did she come from? Why is she here? Why is this girl here? Why does she come to school? What is the problem? Why? So yeah, so now the girl is coming on the bus. So I'm like, God dang. So while she getting on the bus, I'm sitting all the way in the back. So of course her minions and Baby Huey comes towards the back to sit down. Baby Huey is taking a whole seat up by herself, sitting in a chair. She sit right in front of me, and her minions sit on the opposite side, right, you know, on the same section, but just opposite of her or whatever. So when Baby Huey sat down, she literally turned herself sideways and turned her head towards me. She was like, "Hey, all right, all right, all right." Like literally, just how this girl was talking to me. All right, so I heard you got something to say to me, and I'm gonna tell you this right now. If you ain't willing to get on your knees, if you ain't, sorry. If you ain't willing to get on your knees and apologize, you might as well say that sorry shit. You might as well say that sorry shit. Get on my knees and apologize. I was like, you said if I might as well forget about what? Sorry, what are we talking about? I don't know what we're talking about. She said, don't you hang with T? Don't you hang with T? I said, Tania? That's the girl. You talking about Tania? She's like, oh, here we go. You love to play stupid. You love. I said, no, I'm new. I don't know people. It's a lot of people that could be a T. So we're talking about Tania. I did talk to Tania and say I wanted to apologize. She pussy. She want to apologize. I said, no, I just thought that were your name, and I called you the wrong name, and I did want to apologize to you about that. She's like, well, get to apologizing. It's enough space on this floor to get on your knees. Okay, so, yeah, this is when it started. I don't know what happened, because though at first my heart was, doing one of these numbers. I don't know. It was something about the way she said that and the way what she was doing. It kind of just was like all of it. It was just like it was like a blank. Like something just came over me, and I swear, like I didn't feel nothing. Like, what? Who the fuck is you talking to? I was like, it's enough space for what? Like I was like, yeah, that won't be happening. And before I could even catch it coming out my mouth, it just came out like, oh. Is there? I said it. So this girl about to slap the shit out of me. Is there? They gonna jump me, and I was just ready for that to happen. So when I said you want me to, yeah, that ain't gonna happen. She was, all the kids like, oh yeah, y'all thought she was gonna get her. Y'all thought she was. So everybody making this big old deal because I said, yeah, that won't be happening. So Keisha was like, all right, bet. That's all I need to hear, bet. So in my head at this point, I just don't care no more. Like, I kind of reach my limits to it. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, whatever happens, happens. We all bleed the same. And that kind of started playing in my head. Now I'm starting to think how I used to think in these different schools. Like, now it's playing to me like, what am I scared for? Like, we all bleed the same. It is what it is. I'm just not going to go out like no sucker. That's all I knew. So, we all get off the bus to go to ROTC. We had, literally nobody said anything to me. Keisha, Baby Huey wasn't picking. Her minions wasn't picking. Like, they were giggling and saying little stuff to themselves within a little group. But they wasn't normally, like, saying it to me, which was kind of different. So I'm like, I guess maybe I just needed to say what I needed to say, and they was gonna leave me alone. Maybe that's what it was or whatever. Yeah, that wasn't it. I think they planned there. Like, I think they was all on that three-way call. Like, yeah, that bitch say she not gonna apologize to me, then we gonna turn her dead, bitch. Like, I think that's what that was. Cause yeah, even when we got back to the school, they didn't say nothing to me. They was just walking past at me and like looking me up and down and like, yeah, bitch, we got something in store for you, bitch. Like, it was that type of situation. So Tania come to me, like, so I said, you must have talked to you must have talked to Keisha or whatever. I said, I did, but yeah, she talking about getting on my knees on the bus, apologizing and all kind of stuff. And yeah, I'm not doing that shit. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not doing it. Like, I know you didn't. Like, you didn't get on your girl. You don't even gotta finish that question out. Like, hell no, I didn't get on my knees. Like, that girl, I don't know what's wrong with her or why she dragging this shit, but if she don't want me to apologize and she's still gonna forever have a problem with me for calling her something I thought was her name, then we will forever have this problem. I don't know what to tell you. Like, yeah. But they didn't say nothing to me after I told her, like, that shit won't be happening. And they made a big deal about me not saying it was gonna happen. They was cackling on the back of the bus. But you know what kind of threw me off too, because I really thought at this time the girl named Tania, she was a friend of mine, even though I was still new. And she was one of the first people to talk to me, and she was speaking to my mother. This day my mother came and picked me up. The moment I got done talking to this girl and telling her what happened, how she they wasn't picking with me or talking to me, Tania walked right over there to these females and was talking to them. And it threw me off, like, that's pretty peculiar. That's strange. Like, why are you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not expecting her to be beefing with these girls because she around me, but I didn't know she even talk like that with them. So when she made that move, when my mom pulled up to pick me up from school, it kind of threw me off. Like, that's different. I didn't know this girl talked to them like that. So okay, that's good to know. Noted. So yeah, it was like, all right, cool, all right. So while I'm getting in the car, Tania come back over me like, all right, girl, I'll see you tomorrow. I smile like, hey, that's your mama. Hey, moms. All right, girl, I'll see you in school tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. And I'm like, okay, that was weird. That was super weird. But I guess I'll see her tomorrow. Y'all, this is when everything goes down. Everything goes down. So when I had transferred schools, I transferred like in a semester around the summertime. So I guess this was the time when the seniors was getting ready to graduate, and it was like, I guess it was their time to shine. It was like the little activities they have towards the end of the school year or whatever. So while I'm waiting on I go in, remind you, I got the first half of the day in school and then the second half at the little program. So while I'm in there, Tania, around this time at the breakfast, she should be getting ready to go to her program because she goes to hers in the morning. But now it's a time frame where she should be gone by now. Tania not gone. And then I'm starting to know the 12th graders, they were about to do field trips and all kind of activities. And I see recorders, like little camera recorders, like little things recording and stuff. But I'm not really like thinking nothing more than what they saying, like 12th graders, this our last time, let's get it on camera, let's memories and all this stuff. You know, it's just a lot going on because it's for the seniors, they about to graduate and whatnot. So I'm talking to Tania. I was like, why you not going to your program? You're not going today? She's like, nah, girl, I'ma chill. Like, the way she talked to me was just weird. She's like, nah, girl, I'ma chill. You know, I'ma just chill here or whatever. And she was like, you know that boy over there? I said, no, I don't know him. I was like, why he say, you know, me or something? She's like, no, I was just saying, you want to go over there and sit with them? I was like, no. Like, I don't know nobody over there. I don't want to go. She was like, girl, you got to stop being so scary. Come on, let's go over there and sit down and let's get to, I'll start, like, introducing you into people or whatever. And I'm like, yeah. No, I really don't want to go over there. I just want to chill. And I'll probably just go get me something else to drink and then head off to my first class or whatever. She was like, all right, well, just sit right here for a minute then. And I'm like, oh, okay. So while I'm sitting there waiting on her, I'm flipping through my folders and looking through my stuff. Somebody comes today was like, hey, yo, excuse me, you gonna need this chair? I look up like, it was one of Keisha minions. I'm like, no. All right, cool, because you ain't either, because you about to get the fuck up too. What? I was like, what? What you mean by that? She said, oh yeah, you ain't gonna need that chair. I'm like, I ain't gonna need a chair for what? What are you talking about? While the minion is talking, she talking to me, I see Tania over there standing by a group of girls too. So I'm tempted to say, bitch, what did you set me up? Like, what the fuck? Like, what? So I'm like, whatever. Like, I don't care what you're talking about. Like, whatever. So I put my head back down and started looking at my folders or whatever. And when I do that, it was like, I look down, look back up, it's like 7 different people. It's 7 people, Baby Huey over here, everybody just talking, like, yeah. He's like, yeah, well, he almost looked like a man. She was just like, y'all gonna need this on camera. This is something gonna go down in history. Y'all gonna need this on camera. Like, just doing the fucking most at this point. So, I'm like, what's supposed to be going on? Like, what's real? Like, what's really going on? Like, what y'all trying to do? I'm like, what, y'all about to jump me or something? What y'all trying to jump me or something? So everybody like not talking to me, they're just laughing. And they're like I said, you ain't gonna need this chair and you ain't gonna need this table. Like, push the table out the way. So now table get pushed, boom, chairs, boom, everything getting pushing out the way. And here I am just sitting there in my chair looking goofy. This is like the moment I wish that I can be like, hey, everybody, look over there. And then everybody turn around and then I just disappear. Because, yeah, what am I going to do now? Because everybody's expecting something to happen. Everybody's expecting something from me. And it's just like the only person I just knew is just betrayed me. Because I'm shook right now, but I'm focused because I see, like, I'm still sitting here, even though I'm just sitting here, nothing in front of me, table gone, chairs moved out, and it's like, where is all the adults? Why is nobody coming up here to save me? Nobody's saying nothing, nobody doing nothing. Everybody hyping, jumping, it's loud, chaos. People got video cameras looking at me. They're like, oh, this is the senior year's going out with a bang, and I'm like, a bang? And now am I about to get shot? Like, y'all. It was a lot. So I'm sitting there. All I keep saying is, so what? Y'all about to jump me? Y'all about to jump me because I called you Baby Huey? Y'all, where was all this? Like, where was all this at when the other girls called you? They're like, yeah, no, we ain't even talking about that. We talking about you, though. We talking about you. We talking about you, new blood. We talking about you, new blood. I'm like, okay, but I'm saying, where's all this energy? Where is all this coming from? So, yeah, all I knew was like something just clicked in my head. Like, okay, you know how you be watching movies and then the movies be like, they be searching around like little weapons and they like, it was just like that. I was looking around seeing what I could get if I had a pencil. Like, it was just like survival mode at this time because, yeah, no, I'm not about to let all these people just beat on me and I'm gonna sit here and look crazy. Absolutely not. And then they're not expecting me to do anything, so they don't even know what I'm capable of. Okay, let's go, showtime. So while Keisha, Baby Huey, told me, so you're not gonna get on your knees? You're not gonna get on your knees? You're gonna get on your knees one way or the other. I'm like, at this point, like, you want me on my knees for what? You want me on my knees? What do you want me on my knees for? To just apologize for a mistake? You're weird. You're weird. Like, you're just weird. And the girl like, so yeah, you don't want to apologize, so you don't want to get on your knees and say sorry. Yeah, so now I'm gonna have to put you on your knees. Like, they laughing and really think I said, don't put your hands on me. That's all I'm saying. Just don't touch me. Don't touch me. That's all I'm asking you, not to touch me. So now I'm putting my stuff in my book bag to like get up and walk away. So now I'm like taking my time, still popping my, yeah, just don't touch me. Y'all can do all this, but just don't touch me. They're like, oh, she's scared. Y'all leave her alone. And when I get scared, I cry. God, I hate that. I hate that for myself because I probably looked so scared. Like, not like, like tears are just dropping. And I'm just, you know, like, so I'm trying to do, they like, oh, y'all leave her alone, man. She's scared, y'all. Let's leave her alone. They're like, no, she should have got on her knees. She should have got her knees. I'm like, I don't care what you talking about. Just don't touch me. Just don't touch me. You know, I still got to be gangster through the tears, baby. Through the tears. I don't care, through the tears. You fucking weirdos. So, while I'm doing that, get my stuff, and the girl tense, I guess she was either going to push me, going to hit me. I don't know what was going to happen. All I knew was, you were about to touch me, and I just said not to touch me. So while I'm doing it, and I see her out the corner of my eyes while I'm trying to put my stuff in my book bag, then all I knew was, it was just like a boom boom situation. When she did that, I just put my stuff in my book bag, slid out my chair, and as soon as I got my chair, whipped around, hit the girl with the chair. That was it. After I did that, I guess me setting it off like that and the other girl seeing me hit their friend with the chair, it just went wild and crazy. So while I'm just swinging that thing like a baton up in there at this point, like flipping it up, catching it, and that's all I'm doing, just swinging and hitting, swinging and hitting. One of the minions had grabbed one of my arms, and while she grabbed my arms, another person grabbing a chair from me. So that's when I let the chair go. And all I knew, my mother always told me, if I ever got in a situation, and listen, I do not condone violence. However, if you have to protect yourself and you have to defend yourself, please do all by all means. Do it how you got to do it. All I knew was, when they took the chair from me and the other girl had my arms and now she's hitting me, I just knew to let that go and just start hitting her. And when I went in my pocket, I felt that pencil and I just started poking as hard as I can. I just started poking. I did. I poked the girl with the pencil. I did. I started poking, and that's when I got hit in the back of my head. Oh my God, I fell. So I'm not gonna even get it because it was quite damaging. It was pretty traumatizing for the least. So yeah, I pretty much still got jumped. And when I had that moment, and when I got baby Huey, that was all I needed to get baby Huey. That's all I wanted to do. Just like, you caused all of this for what? And when the minute she caused herself over there and to come kick me while I'm already down, and I grabbed her leg and I took every might of me when I grabbed her leg and put her down, and from under me while they jumping on top of my head, I got on top of hers. And when I say I wasn't letting go, the more she screamed, "Get this girl off of me," I said, "Tell your friends to stop hitting me and I will stop hitting you." Because listen, we all, what I'm not going to do is keep allowing these girls to hit me and I'll let you go. No, that ain't going to happen. Tell your girls to get off of me and I'll let you go. So that's all I knew. All I knew was to just keep pounding, keep hitting, keep pulling, keep scratching. I almost bit, but I was too scared to. I didn't want to bite nobody. But yeah, and then eventually it was like whistles. People started blowing whistles. I heard whistles. I heard people yelling. I heard like people start pulling everybody apart. And pretty much that was really it. As far as the fighting, my parents had to come down there. We had to put a complaint against baby Huey. Sure did. Put a complaint. At first my mother and them was going to like follow suit because that was all the harassing, and it was so blatant. If everybody in the building about knew what was going on, them teachers knew what was going on. They knew what was going on, and nobody tried to step in. Nobody tried to help the situation. It was just crazy, but it was just like, I'm over it. But I still got suspended. Go figure, when it wasn't even my fault. I was defending myself. Yes, I called her baby Huey, but I thought that was her name. Anywho, all I'm saying, the moral of the story, please give people names before you just call them what you think you hear, because sometimes it may not be the right name and it caused a whole issue. Okay, so yes, y'all, I ended up getting suspended, and now it's the last straw. I got suspended from all Detroit public schools. I had to enroll in adult ed, and from that point on, meeting new people, being around different people, I started venturing off into different things. And oh baby, that's when life started happening. That's when life started really lifing for me. And we're gonna get into those stories. Just stick around, be patient with me. I promise to give out better stories. I promise to give y'all updates, because I also am on a new project. It's gonna be fun. Just stick it with me. Thanks for subscribing. If you didn't, please do subscribe. Hit that like button. Follow me on all my social medias. I will link them down in the description box. And thanks for vibing out with Cookie. Thank you, babies. Y'all have a good night. Please don't forget, leave a comment. Let's talk about it. Talk about how y'all had any incidents while y'all was in school, or you know anything, or how you feel I should have handled it, or was baby Huey wrong? Because she was. Should have did something different? Probably I should have. But y'all was scared, okay? Don't judge me. Just listen. Don't judge. Just listen. But I love y'all. Thank y'all so much. Vibe out with Cookie Babes.